So the Boston Celtics should be pretty damn good this season, but you know what's not going to be good is Marcus Smart's three-point percentage. Unfortunately, the only person in the world who does not realize that Marcus Smart can't shoot is Marcus Smart himself. So there's going to be some playoff game where he makes 2 threes, and then he's going to finish the game 2 for 10, and the Celtics are going to lose that one. For the Atlanta Hawks, they drafted Trae Young. And sure, Trae Young's probably going to be fine. It's cool, but when you select him over Luka Doncic, it opens up the meme train to where I can post this on Twitter whenever he does something bad, and it's always pretty funny. The Orlando Magic's problem is that Nikola Vucevic is still on the team. Through all of the changes that this team has made, through coaches, Victor Oladipo, Tobias Harris being gone, all the silly decisions they've made with like Aaron Gordon and his position, Vucevic has been here throughout the entire thing, just laughing at Orlando Magic fans as he puts up 16 points a game. The Chicago Bulls had the opportunity to let the Sacramento Kings bail them out on the Zach LaVine thing, but instead they doubled down, and instead of letting the Kings give him $20 million a season, they themselves have chosen to give Zach LaVine $20 million a season for 4 years. Good luck on that one. The Brooklyn Nets wanted Allen Crabbe so badly that they offered him $18 million a season. The Blazers matched, and then they still ended up getting him. Imagine thinking for about a 2-year stretch, you know who we really need is Allen Crabbe. Now don't get me wrong, Crabbe's a good role player, very good shooter and all that, but just imagine having the name Allen Crabbe underlined like 4 times on the whiteboard in the office. For the New York Knicks, honestly, the roster is fine. Like, they're not going to win that many games, but it's an intriguing young team. For them, it's just James Dolan. As long as James Dolan is the owner of this team, something's going to go wrong, right? Where it's going to seem like it's cool for a second, and then he's going to have some sort of something, some prerogative that leads to a coaching change or a roster move or whatever, and then suddenly it's all bad again. Cody Zeller has been the underground MVP for the Charlotte Hornets for like 2 years now, because whenever he's injured, they're terrible, and whenever he's in there, they're pretty decent. And Cody Zeller is a good player, but when he is your low-key MVP, then that pretty much says all you need to know. For the Detroit Pistons, I think there's some potential with this roster. Sure, the spacing could get kind of rough with Blake and Drummond, but I think that can all be worked out somewhat. The problem with them is that they signed Zaza Pachulia, who robbed us of a great Western Conference Finals. The Milwaukee Bucks are not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Washington Wizards. They signed Dwight Howard, who has messed up how many teams in a row at this point? The number's getting kind of high. Now we're going to talk about the Bucks. They've got Eric Bledsoe. Unfortunately, it's the 2018 version of Eric Bledsoe, who gets punked by Terry Rozier and then acts like Rozier doesn't exist. Not exactly the best way to go about that one. Now we head to the Miami Heat, who not long ago made Dwayne Wade go to Chicago because they didn't give him a contract. Now, did this make some sense from a pure basketball standpoint? I mean, potentially, maybe based on what D-Wade actually wanted and the fact that he's declined, but I'm going to ignore all that. Dwayne Wade cannot be on any team besides the Miami Heat, and I'm still mad about it. For the Indiana Pacers, I don't have any bad joke to make. Their only source of offense is pretty much Victor Oladipo, and if he's not creating his own shot and putting up 26 points a game, then this team is doomed. That's pretty much all I got for you. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, well, I see the ball moving around, and I haven't seen LeBron James yet, and that's usually all it takes for Cleveland to become the worst team in the NBA. For the 76ers, so the real answer is like Ben Simmons or Markelle Fultz need to get their jump shots in order. My fear is that Ben is dating a Jenner, Kendall Jenner, I believe it is. Now, the Kardashians are proven to screw up athletes, but we don't know about the Jenners. So Ben Simmons could be fine. It could be a disaster. Time will tell on that one. And then finally, the Toronto Raptors. Kawhi Leonard may not be totally invested with this team. He may have one foot out the door. But what could get really bad is I think there's a decent chance that Kawhi Leonard doesn't know who Drake is, And so Drake is going to be hyping him up all season, and I think there's a fair possibility that Kawhi is going to be like, who the hell is this dude? And it's just going to freak him out, and it's going to make him leave.